41. Today, me and my parents came to one of touristic attractions of Absheron Peninsula, Balakhani settlement. Many people are coming here just to take pictures, but I'm going to show you the historical part, the historical perspective of this beautiful place as well. Balakhani is located at around 15 kilometers from the city center, and you can reach it in a 30 minutes drive. So just in the entrance you can see one restaurant. There is some small shop here, and the beauty begins just from the start. This wall looks interesting. It somehow reminds of the traditional ornaments on our carpets. And just over here there is a monument of cinematographic camera. And the reason why it's here is that one of the first, I would say the pioneer of the cinema of Azerbaijan, Oil Gush in Balakhani, was filmed in Balakhani, of course, by Alexander Michon. It was just a 30-second movie showing the fire in Balakhani oil plant. There is some education center here as well, and let's move further. So, as I understood, one of the central streets in Balakhani is named after Mirza Alakbar Sabir. This is a monument to Mirza Alakbar Sabir, famous poet of Azerbaijan. He wrote satiric poems especially, and why his monument is situated in Balakhani? Because he was teaching in this school number 83. Actually, there is a table on the wall of this building. There it's written that Mirza Alakbar Sabir was teaching in the school in 1910. Remember I told you about Caravansarais in my Shaki video? This is another Caravansarai named after Shah Sefi, and it's probably closed for restoration works as well. So you can see what actually symbolizes Balakhani. Oil. Balakhani history is directly linked with oil. Oil extraction began here long before the oil boom of 19th century. It began here approximately in the Middle Ages, in the 16th century. You can find some oil wells of 16th century remaining till this day that are proof to it. Balakhani was famous for its oil, but it was also one of the points on the Great Silkway. And people, traders, they bought here carpets and spices and of course the raw oil. Back then oil was mainly used for lighting the torches and lamps and as a construction material. But then, approximately in the 18th century, people understood that the raw oil is worse than the refined oil when it comes to burning of it. In 1837, Nikolai Voskoboynikov founded the oil refinery plant just in Balakhani. The oil history of Baku, including Balakhani, is closely linked to Ludwig and Robert Nobel, who founded the brand Nobel Oil Company, which became the first foreign investor in Azerbaijan. After the oil well was digged in 1871 in Balakhani, in 1878 the Nobel brothers ordered the construction of the first oil pipeline in the Tsarist Russia that connected Balakhani with oil refinery plant in Black City of Baku. After foreign companies, foreign investors started investing in Balakhani, many different nations came and settled here, including English, German people, and English people brought there the tradition of football, and the famous Azerbaijani football club Neftchi was formed on the basis of this club. This is the central entrance to the Juma Mosque of Balakhani. Let's enter the yard. There are some benches here. And here is the mosque. And this is a school. The residents of this house made this beautiful bench here just to sit and enjoy the atmosphere, talk to their neighbors. On some of the walls you can see street art. In this case it is the Shusha fortress. There's written Hari Bülbül here, and this is Hari Bülbül itself, this flower, and then two butas. And it's not a dog, it's just a painting. On this table it's written that one of the partisans known for his nickname Garabala, who was fighting together with the hero of Second World War, Mehdi Hüseyinzade, was living just here.
Əl işlərdi, Balaxanda toxunur, sonra Qarabağın bölgələri, Ağdam, Zəngilan, Laçın, bunlar hazırlanır. Sonra ekskluziv olaraq bizə məxsus olanlar var ki, güzgü xalça sintez olunur, xalçanın üzərində güzgü. Sonra yastıqlarımız var, hamısı bunlar hərbi əl işləridir. Müəyyən naxışlar və işləri, xarı bir bu xalçası var. Burada məsələn xarı bölgü təsvir olunur. Bakının kəndlərindən, Suraxanlarından. Magnet altlarımız var. Arxası magnetdir. Soyuducuya falan yapışdırmır. Sonra ateşgah var, qız qalası var.
Çok güzel. Bəzi qiymətləri necədir? Misal üçün
bunlar 65 manatdır. Bunlar həm belə asmaq mümkündür, həm də dayaq versiyonunda, yəni dayaq kimi də istifadə edə bilərsiniz. O qayçıda toxuduqca onların iplərini kəsirlər, o da ilmələrə 30 manat üçün istifadə olunur.
Очень цивильно все сделано.
These are the sunflowers, but inside you can see some of the sites of Baku. Now we are approaching the old cemetery of Balakhani. As you can see, it is located on a hill, and just next to it, I think this is Ovdan, another side of Balakhani. And somewhere here there is, okay, a bath. This is the gumbaz in Balakhani. It is related to 14th, 15th century, so it's very old, and you can see that it is not in the best condition. Restoration works are currently going here. This is Ovdan, the old water reservoir, which is related to 14th century, and it was built in the period of Shahs, and we are going to enter it. So creepy here. The walls are a little bit humid. This is the old water well, and unfortunately there is no water here right now, but the water was coming from here and people used it. This is a beautiful monument of different stones colored in different colors and ornaments, just near the Ovdan from where we just came. This is a fragment from the movie Mashadi Ibad, a very famous movie of 20th century. This is the Mashadi Ibad himself. He is standing on his slave, and why he stands there is because he is looking at his bride living behind this wall. So our trip to Balakhani is coming to an end. I'd like to share my opinion about it. I can say that this place is really beautiful. Definitely worth visiting. Balakhani reminded us all about Icharishahar. A lot of money was invested to restore this place. It was completely different. The road was just very bad. It was pretty much like this, you know. But now this place transformed, just I would say 360 degrees. This transformation is really nice and just on the place, because the residents of Balakhani are all happy with it. They can see these beauties every day. By the way, why it reminds us of old city is that there are so many little streets intersecting with each other, and it is kind of a labyrinth. If there were no people here and if we didn't know Azeri language, I think we would get lost here. There are no signs of directions, and that's why I think there's room to develop it into the touristic place, not only for the locals but also for the foreigners. Another reason why it reminds us of Icharishahar is that all the residents of Balakhani are living next to each other, and they always have an opportunity to go out and meet and chat, discuss different events, and this is the atmosphere of old Baku. Definitely, you can see it in the old movies. Right now many people are living in apartments and they're not visiting their neighbors so often. That's why private houses are the best. Here we come to the end of this vlog. I hope it was interesting for you, and I hope that by the time you reach here, you will not get lost and find all the places that I've shown in this video. Thanks to you all for watching till the end, and see you in my next video.